Hi friends, Wildly of Wild Fempire here, and I wanted to pop in and offer a little gift of visioning during this week of Samhain. So for myself, this week represents the beginning of the witch's new year. This is the time of compost. It is the time of really starting to let things lie and go to rest so that whatever new version of ourselves that is wishing to be birthed has the space to come forward as we go into the hibernation of winter. And so for me, this is a time of visioning. This is a time of really getting clear on what I wish to call into my life. And it's in rhythm with the seasons. It makes sense to my mind and my body to do this at this time of the year rather than January 1st, which is such an arbitrary space to put in this idea of a brand new year. Literally, I'm looking out my window and I can see the leaves falling from the trees, and I can see the green things beginning to wither and die. Like, this is the time, Samhain, this is the time of death, and therefore the building of momentum into rebirth. So what I would love to invite you into today, if you would like to share a few minutes with me, is a soft, sweet, gentle little meditation to invite us into this idea of vision and visioning for ourselves and for our people, for the collective, for this upcoming new year that we have now stepped into in my cosmology and interpretation. So if it feels accessible to you, closing the eyes or lowering the gaze, just allowing yourself to begin to settle into the body, allowing yourself to settle into the bones of your body, perhaps tuning into the nervous system of your body, and without judgment, just tracking. Where am I today? Am I feeling relaxed? Am I feeling anxious? Am I feeling on edge? Is it easy for me to settle into my body? Or is this bringing up sensations of discomfort? And without shame or judgment, just recognizing this as your truth in this moment. And perhaps breathing into whatever you find in your system. And if it feels accessible or correct, bringing in some small amount of pleasure into your system as you are settling. We are, after all, animals, and every animal likes to be petted when it feels in trust and safe. And this is true for you as well. And for myself, I really enjoy gently petting the tops of my thighs. Or sometimes I will gently stroke the palms of my hands or run fingertips across my face. These are places that my body finds pleasure, and through that pleasure, it allows my nervous system to begin to soften into this now moment. I'm just tuning in to our bodies and beginning to find a place of centeredness in the torso, the space of power and ease that resides in your belly. Just allowing your breath to reach to that place of your animal body. Your animal body. And wherever you are, feeling your feet firmly on the ground beneath you. Or perhaps you're lying down and feeling the back of your heels beneath you. Feeling your back body supported in whatever way you find yourself, either seated or lying down. Just really allowing the body to sink into that support. Allowing the mind to quiet as you track my voice and as you feel this stillness and energy of this time of year, of this Samhain season, the Day of the Dead, this time of honoring what was so that we can release it and make space for what is yet to come. And as we find ourselves in this more centered and relaxed space, I invite in this concept of vision at this time. We are in a time where the energy feels quite chaotic externally, where things are not settled culturally or globally. A time where we, as simple, single human animals, have access to far more knowledge than any other human animal ever in existence has had access to, as far as we know. We are living in a time when our bodies and brains and nervous systems are being pushed to the very edge of their capacity and beyond. We are literally living through evolution, and most of us are not fully aware of that. And so it is quite important as we step into this idea of vision that we do so from this place of groundedness and centeredness in a shared paradigm that promotes anxiety, shiftiness, and wariness. It is important that as we define our sovereign space and step into our vision, not just for ourselves, but for the collective, that we do so with our roots firmly planted in the element of earth, holding us steady in the chaos of the storm that is our current collective experience. And breathing in deeply, exhaling any last tension in the body. I'm beginning to focus on this word vision. This word vision that can sometimes be confused with overproductivity or scheduling or overstructuring. It Makes so much sense as we've all been raised in a capitalist culture. We've been educated in that framework and we operate in that framework. Yet, for myself, the true definition of vision has less to do with what we do and more to do with how we wish to feel as we do whatever arises in our lives. For myself, vision is about coming into the body and beginning to bring to our mind's eye the ways in which we want to feel mind, body, heart, and soul as we envision and create a pathway for ourselves moving forward into the future. As we live in partnership with Great Mystery, we do not get to control all of the outcomes. We don't really have a say in all the bits and pieces, but we have a lot of influence and impact in the way that we feel and the way in which we share our feelings, either healthfully or in the way of projection. So as you step into your vision for your life, for yourself, mind, body, heart, and soul, for this next new year, I invite you to begin exploring how you wish to feel. And I mean really feel the nuance beneath the generic answer of happy. How do you want to feel in this next new year? Some words that might arise could be abundant, strong, safe, curious, delighted, rich, adventurous. Really dig in to how you want to feel in this coming new year. And as these sensations begin to arise, take time to notice which ones are already present in your life. Which sensations are actually already cultivated in your life. Perhaps you already feel abundant or curious. This is excellent data. And as you investigate this further, you now have 2 stockpiles of sensations that you wish to call in to your life for this next year. And for a moment, I invite you to focus on the pile of sensations that you wish to call more in of. The ones that are not yet present in your daily life. Perhaps these are intimacy or joy, freedom. Whatever they might be, just sit with these sensations for a moment with curiosity. A curiosity of perhaps why they are not yet in your experience. What is preventing them from being in your experience at this time? With no shame or judgment, we're just noticing. We're just noticing what's going on in our internal landscape. And now that we have these two bundles of sensations that we wish to invite in further into our lives, now a third invitation. What needs to be composted or released in order to make space for this bundle of sensations that are not yet present in your life? What are the sensations or obstacles that must make way so that you can have these desires? Allowing yourself to be truly honest. This is a self-intimacy exercise. No one will know what you arrive at but you. And yet we so often gaslight ourselves or keep the truth hidden from ourselves because we know once we see it, we can't unsee it. Once we know it, we then have a responsibility to do something about it. And that can be quite scary. And that's okay. This can be uncomfortable and still okay. Investigating what do I need to release and let die so I may have what I desire for myself, for my people, and for the collective. Perhaps this might include scarcity mentality or anxiety. This might include debt. This might include hustle culture, or perhaps a grief that is ready for you to grieve fully and release, or a relationship that has become toxic, or a dream that is no longer in congruence with who you are now. Sometimes we must let go of the things that are good in our lives simply because they're no longer a good fit. There are many, many things that can be composted at this time of year. Taking a deep breath in. We now have these three bundles, the things we are calling in that we already have and simply wish to continue cultivating. Our bundle of desires that we do not have, but we are ready for. and the bundle of offerings that we are ready to give to the compost, ready to give to the earth, to make space for that we wish to call in. And if it feels accessible and just right to you, perhaps placing a hand on the heart or one on the belly or both. Just really feeling yourself present and centered in this moment of space and time. That you are exactly just right, perfectly imperfect. And that this process of expansion and contraction, birth, death, and rebirth, growth and compost is so natural. It is exactly just right. There is no good or bad or right or wrong. This is just life. And the more we can surrender to these cycles, surrender to the spiral dance, the more we can simply be okay with this reality, the easier and more abundant and more juicy our life becomes when we are in the dance of great mystery, rather than resisting the inevitable, rather than resisting the multitude of deaths that one life moves through. It's simply not necessary. We don't have to resist. We can play along and let it be a game. We can let it be a curiosity that we experience. And so, holding yourself, taking one last final deep breath. Really feeling the support underneath you, feeling the support your hands are giving yourself. Taking your time to come back into this space and slowly open the eyes, knowing that there is no rush, that you're doing this just right. And from this centered space of vision, I invite you to take some time now. You now have these 3 bundles. Journal on them, list them out. What are the things that you're so grateful for that you already have in your life, but you want to cultivate more of? What are the desires that you want to cultivate and bring in, but are not yet present? And what are the sacrifices, the offerings, the things that you are willing to place in the compost and let die so that you can be fully present in your life, so that you can invite in this second bundle into your heart, so that you can have more to offer the collective, to offer the planet from this more grounded and centered place. And once you have these in your journal, then we begin to vision. We begin to vision this new year for yourself from this place of desire, from this place of sensation, from this place of feeling that we are now emanating out into the world. Not from a mindset of scarcity or lack, but from a place of gratitude for what I have and spaciousness for what I'm magnetizing or calling into myself. And from that space, allow a map to open itself up to you. Allow Great Mystery to speak to you about what wishes to come in over the next year. What adventures, what education, what projects, what relationships, how do you want to feel a year from now? And I'm talking that deeper stuff, right? Sometimes we have this idea of the New Year's Eve resolutions, right? We make this long list of all the things we're going to let go of: drinking, smoking, Netflix, sugar, whatever, and or all the good habits we're going to cultivate. And then we never actually nail them all because the heart isn't involved. We're not feeling into it. But if we're feeling into it and we say, I want to feel strong, that's what I want. I want to feel strong. Then naturally, if we follow that desire, that feeling, we start to make choices that inhabit strength for us. There's not this pressure attached to it. It is the vision that we are holding rather than the to-do list. And it is from this vision we then build the next layer of our life. We then take one step closer to the elders we are slowly becoming. But it's never from the pressure of go, 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 do, do, do. It's from this, I welcome this in now. I am this now. I am becoming this now. This is the medicine of rebirth. This is the medicine of devotion. I hope that this serves you so well. I hope that you feel really, really supported and that you have everything that you need in this now moment. Take good care, and I will tune in with you again soon. And if this process felt challenging for you, or if you would like more support around it, I am now opening my annual offering of a year in your cards. This is a 1-hour recorded reading where you will get a download for each month for your year ahead so that you can track it for yourself and receive some divine inspiration. That is available now on my website. And I am offering something brand new called A Year of Magic. This I'm really excited about. This is a year-long package where you'll receive a one-on-one personal session every solstice, every equinox, and on your birthday to support you in having an entire year of magical guidance and great mystery and support as you begin crafting this vision for yourself. That is also now available on my website. So if either of those offerings feel like a yes in your bones, I invite you to hop over there, wyldfempire.com, and gather a little more information, have some more feels. And if sharing space with me in support of your vision, of your next year, feels like a yes, I am totally here for it. Take good care, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.